morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, welcome. In this video, I will talk about why we should design with the design outcome in mind. We all want to be efficient in what we do, right? We don't like to lose time. We don't like to overbuy flowers or unsuitable flowers. We don't like to spend too much time on asking ourselves what or how to do something. So if we look up the definitions of efficiency, we get this. A peak level of performance that use the least amount of input to achieve the highest amount of output. It minimizes the waste of resources that are, in our case, the botanicals, mechanicals, energy and time. These are involved in accomplishing the desired output. To keep it short and simple, the least work for the maximum outcome. I am Thomas de Bruyne, lead designer at EMC, an international floral education program. Later in this video, I want to share with you how I deal personally with efficiency in my design process. But let me first take you through the concept of designing with the design outcome in mind. If we clock our time when we make an arrangement, it's not really the amount of insertions that will take most of the time needed to finish. It's mostly making decisions and hesitations which make up the thinking process involved in every single insertion we make. We would go much faster if we would be consistent in what we do. And that means making decisions regarding the process before we start. If every insertion takes a moment from your time because you reflect on your action, can you imagine how much time you would save if that didn't happen before you start to design? I want you to consider the following steps. It will definitely help you work in a more efficient way. Well, first, envision or sketch your design. The key is to know the outcome of your design, as you'll have a goal that you will work to achieve. I refer you to one of our blogs called Sketching for this. Second, start by placing your flowers with the outcome in mind instead of working towards a possible outcome. In the EMC Online Foundation course, we dive into this by studying the implications of deciding the growing point of a design, the character, the balance, or even the proportion, and so on. Third, buy the right botanicals and the best amount that fits your desired outcome. Select the best container to be the perfect support to help you to accomplish your goal. Decide already the majority of all your design steps, meaning you have to know the elements and principles of your outcome. This is such an important part of our foundation course, as this is the language used by every professional designer to communicate. Choose beforehand the right and the most suitable mechanics and techniques to execute the job matching the W's of your floral expression. Find the right match between those two. You will find more insight on this matter in our video called What's the Best Match Between Techniques and Mechanics. The advantage of doing this exercise before you start is going to help you immensely. Basically, you can come up with a concept where all elements not only merge beautiful into each other, but they also interact with each other to achieve a higher Gestalt. It will help you to easily select the right botanicals and materials. You will be able to easily determine the quantity of botanicals, materials, and so on. Your color palette will be made very easy and quickly. You can reduce the thinking process to a one-time moment instead of repeating it with each action. And what about your time? For sure, it will be less time consuming. Step by step, you will be able to explain better to your staff both the design outcome, but as well the design process. And above all, you'll have no chance to lose yourself into details, as it will be focused on the design concept. Sure, it is okay to add something new on your design process, as long you'll keep your design concept in mind. If you want to see how it works in practice, well, in our EMC reference book, we provide over 50 arrangements, explained step by step, how we analyze the design, how to break it into techniques, and what is the emotional value of each arrangement. If you want, at the end of the video, you will be able to download an example. When I design, I work with a plan in mind. I know my design, the techniques, I know the emotional outcomes before I start putting the first flower. This way I avoid the pressure of constantly making decisions, and it saves me a ton of time. It always keeps me on the right design track, and I never risk shopping for the wrong flowers, or worse, the wrong quantities. When working with staff, it is easy to communicate my design process in a very simple way. The best thing about designing with a design outcome in mind is that I can envision and share the desired expression with my staff. But not only with my staff, with my clients, with my colleagues or students, in a very confident manner, long before we start to actually work. I dare to challenge you. Before you start making a design, come up with a sketch. Go step by step through the process written in the downloaded document before you start to arrange. I really hope this challenge will give you a taste of that infinite creative effect. Put passion in using the knowledge you have and unleash your creativity.